Hello. Me and Susan was just having a little laugh before we started recording this. All
Um,
about drugs.
all
All
about
about,
drugs.
and we are talking a drug-fueled movie
Oh my gosh.
from 2004, a Matthew Vaughn film, um, starring Daniel Craig in his audition for James Bond 007 in this, because I think that's what he was. He was auditioning because we are talking Layer Cake.
Mm-hmm.
Um, a British gangster crime movie all about the drug business
Mm-hmm.
and how people double cross each other, shall we say?
Yeah, all over some Charlie and some ecstasy. Charlie and X were the two that they were like so uptight about this one.
I mean, I'll just read some of the names in the cast list. Of course, we've mentioned Daniel Craig, Col Meany,
Oh, from Star Trek, all of the Star Treks.
proving he's more than just Star Trek.
Uh-huh.
Kenneth Cranham, um,
Oh my gosh.
George Harris as Marty, Jamie
Uh-huh.
Foxx as the Duke, Michael Gambon, the mighty Gambon, and
Oh, are
also
we talking? Are we talking Aldous Dumbledore here?
uh, Tom Hardy, um,
Oh well,
Ian Wishaw,
or Bane.
Ben Gorman.
Oh,
Dexter.
from Torchwood, right?
You've got loads of people in here, and you go down the list. Jason Fleming, Matt Ryan, familiar faces from other stuff, but
Yep.
it's a great cast. Sienna Miller, of course. Um, yeah, it's about a story of Daniel Craig's character who remains nameless, as in the credits he's just XXXX, no name. Um,
That's because of that's because of the connection with ecstasy.
yeah, but remains nameless. Um, his struggle of getting out of the business, wanting to, sell up and retire.
To
Um,
go legit. To
legit,
is this Godfather?
but certain, but certain two gangland bosses, namely Jimmy Price, played by Kenneth Cranham, and Eddie Temple, played by Michael Gambon, won't let him retire quietly.
I know, right?
Because they want him to do jobs and stuff. So, want him to be the middleman to sell these drugs on for a profit, and also find the is it the niece or the daughter of Eddie Temple.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all a setup. It's
It
all
is.
yeah. So that's the basic setup of the story, and it's the story of Daniel Craig trying to find out what's going on and trying to get to the end of it for his new life.
Yep.
So we'll pop over now to Susan. What's your opening thoughts, Susan? Layer cake.
Um. Yeah. It was terrific. There's lots of interpersonal danger in this movie. I mean, there's nothing more dangerous than these people who are all hyped up on coke and stuff, and and the whole business is just so super shady. I don't know. It's just amazing, and Daniel Craig does play a good drug dealer, but the fact that he won't take them himself, that would always be sort of a tell uh, in in and around the biz. You need to be able to do it yourself, and so You know, that characterization of someone who's just a salesperson and not a user. Yeah, I don't know. That one doesn't really gel. I don't really I don't have a lot of I've never seen a lot of that in my life. Almost always, people who are using or cooking and creating meth, and people who are dealing are users of, if not one but more of the products, just because you don't you people in those things don't have a lot of faith in each other or any faith at all. I don't know. Pretty pretty interesting where it all goes, and you see them cutting these great packages of cocaine and stretching it from, what was it, 5 packages to 9 or 10, and yeah, so like they're doubling it. And I mean, yeah, that happens a lot, like all the time. And so there it's pretty seedy biz. But the I mean, the characters are really, because they're, if these were American dealers, like in Blow, or in what's that one that was just released? Oh, I can't remember it. Talks about the actual, like, one who ran the West Coast. Lucky or something like that. Anyway, like those, like the difference is that because these are British actors that you love, the characters can't be all bad. And that's a problem. That's a problem I have with my, I really enjoy watching British actors be bad people and be villainous, and it's terrible for me, I know, but like that's a reality of all these situations and all these movies. I mean, you gotta hand it to Ian McDermott. He's a killer emperor, and Daniel Craig does play a pretty sweet, uh, not only stormtrooper but a drug stealer as well. I don't know. Yeah, it's hard. So can't really hold it against them that they're doing these evil things just because they're British, and that is the problem. So okay, so with all that sort of background, yeah, what did you think, Lee?
I, I like this movie. It's in the same sort of vein as a Guy Ritchie movie. Um, I do like my British gangster crime stuff because for me it's a bit more grittier, more realistic.
Hmm.
It's not all sparkles like Hollywood likes to make it. Um, and this one is a great story with a lot of weaving and well, a lot of turns here and a lot of turns there. You're thinking, what's going on here? Who's who's double crossed who?
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out all of them really have double crossed each other, really.
Mm-hmm.
um, you know, um, and then you get the ending where he finally he's going legit, and he gets his just desserts, shall we say, um,
Yeah.
on the steps outside the clubhouse.
Hmm.
I mean, if you've not seen the movie before, you don't see that coming,
Right.
and especially from the character who does it.
I know. You never thought that he would be the one, right?
It's especially, yeah. I mean, yeah. We can't. We're not spoiling anything because, say, this film's nearly 20 years old now. So, getting Sydney, which I like the character of Sydney because he's downtrodden. He thinks he's got the ideal girl on his arm, but she's always cheating on him.
Yep.
You
Even
know,
with our
yeah,
our what is it? Um our evil protagonist.
yeah. And Sydney, played by Ben Whishaw, uh, great actor. And to top it all, really, when when it happened at the end, I thought, wow, you've got because he plays Q in the James Bond movie.
I know. It's true.
You've got Q killing Bond.
In a parallel universe.
Oh, universe. But yeah, I mean, especially when also when you go back to the scene where Gene, played by Colm, gives him the gun, and he's walking around the apartment holding the gun and pointing it. I'm thinking, wow, he's auditioning for Bond. The way
Yep.
he held it, the way he was looking on the corners, because he does
Yes,
that in the Bond movies. So
exactly.
I think this is how he got it.
It do very well, maybe.
But yeah, great story, great acting. You see, you've got Gambon in this, and Cranham's a great actor as well as Jimmy Price, who gives him the job to sell them drugs no matter what. I don't care. Don't tell me. Just sell them. Um,
And then also find his daughter niece Charlie,
Eddie Temple's daughter, whatever it was. Yeah, but
and
then look,
Charlie being another name for cocaine.
yeah. Um, but then we all found out that Jimmy Price is a police informer. So it's all been set up. They're setting Daniel Craig's character up. I mean, you do feel sorry for him because he's been putting money in to an account through is it Sing Solicitors or whatever. Every time
Yes.
he does a deal, he goes to the office and it's empty. There's nothing there.
Yep.
No, no furniture, no, nothing. So he's been had. His money's gone.
Yep. And you could tell that it had been a long game, a long con,
Oh yeah,
because all of the walls had where the plaques and stuff were,
yeah,
and the floor you could see around
yeah.
each leg where the furniture sat. I felt so bad for our protagonist at that point.
He wanted to be out of it. He was putting money away. Okay, okay, and through his illegal work, but he wanted out. He wanted a slower pace of life, and these people weren't allowing him to have it.
No,
Um, and then he sort of ties up everything at the loose ends. He arranges this, he arranges that. Um, and great interweaving the way he arranges. He gets a hitman to try and kill off the person. Is it Dragon? He
yeah,
keeps phoning Dragon, which doesn't work.
right. The Serbians.
The same. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't work. So that now they're after him. They want the money.
in 2000, 1999, 2000, that was just at the height of like the Serbian conflict with what was his name? Not Milosevic, but the other one, Ceausescu. No, what the hell? What was his name? Anyway, and the breakup of what was formerly Yugoslavia, and places like Serbia and Kosovo and Serbia and Bosnia.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. Go on.
No. Say over to you. What's your favorite things from this then? Or
Oh, favorite things were well, where where he sort of steals Tammy away from her, from him, from the other guy.
yeah.
From
Well, he doesn't really steal her, does he? She's willingly giving out her phone number.
I know, but like anyway, that 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 betrayal or whatever, that was pretty cool. And then the other thing that I thought was really awesome was like when she makes a date with him, and she goes over to his house, and she's getting all into her negligee and stuff, and her stockings, and she looks just like $1,000,000, but just ever so, you know, private and stuff. And she comes out of the bathroom, and our evil protagonist is gone because he's been kidnapped, he's been duct taped,
Yeah.
hooded, and made off with. And she's like, where the hell is he? That was funny. That was actually really there was a lot of really funny moments, sassy stuff, funny moments like that. First time I watched it though, I was kind of lulled to sleep by the timbre of Daniel Craig's voice. You know, he's pretty soft spoken and stuff. So I can't tell you, but I think it's probably true that I have slept through one of the more recent James Bond movies. Like like I'll put it on and then go to sleep in the middle of it. And that's just the way it is with Daniel Craig. And I can't help that very fact. Let's see, other things. I loved Colm Meaney. Oh my gosh, he was so stinking cool as a villain. Oh my gosh, he was so great, awesome.
I mean,
And good.
no, say for as you've said, as soon as we said his name earlier, Star Trek. Well, he's more than Star Trek, isn't he? I mean, he's been in loads of movies.
Right. And Bern Gorman is more than Torchwood, but these are the niche fandoms
Yeah,
that I wear around, like you know, the helmets and the communicator devices and stuff like that. I mean, to be honest, you know, I had Torchwood written on my car when I used to have a car right in the same place that they did. And I did go to Star Trek conventions. That, you know, we always would hope that the engineer would show up. You know, he would. Colm Meaney is great, and he was in more than one series. He was in uh, Next Generation and Deep Space Nine. I mean, and he was part of the movies. So I mean, brilliant. That's awesome for him. And George Harris's his portrayal of Morty was really good. I mean, like I thought he was so cool. Oh my gosh.
that scene where he loses it in the cafe,
Uh huh.
um, just violently pulping, pounding away at the guy.
Yeah.
And then he pours the hot tea all over him.
And the tea with the tea bags. Oh my god!
Yeah.
And there's a thing called tea bagging, which is just hilarious.
Different.
So that's a little different, but when you get hit in the face with a tea bag, what comes to mind, really?
uh, uh, so you've got Tom Hardy in this, which I'm afraid is not used to full potential.
Well,
Is
he's kind of at the beginning of his whole thing.
Oh yeah, I mean this must be his. What was this 2004? His, yeah, but it might be his fourth or fifth film.
Mm-hmm.
So but you can see his potential on screen.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's just I wish there was a bit more Clarky in the movie,
Right. But
but
then he went on to star opposite all of the Star Trek Next Gen people in one of those Star Trek movies. You know
that was before this.
that was.
Yeah,
Let me look. I'm gonna look.
I'm sure it was. It was Nemesis, wasn't it?
Yep. Um, oh, it was before this. Okay. Ha
Ah,
ha ha ha.
it's all up there.
It is. That's true.
That's what I mean. He had that character in that Star Trek movie. It was a big role for him to play, and
Yeah.
then you come to this movie and he's hardly in it. Um, I don't know, but he's still made some great movies all along the way. Um,
Yeah.
any other favourite moments? I mean, you've also got Jamie Foreman in this as the Duke.
Oh my gosh.
That's who shall
Talk
we say
about chewing the scenery.
exactly. I mean, it totally fucks the drug deal up, doesn't he? It totally fucks everything.
Yeah.
Him and his mouthy girlfriend.
Yep.
Um, but gets his comeuppance in the end. And last seen with his head in a bag, literally.
Yeah.
Uh,
Like one of those villains really loved get or one of those you know uh antagonists really liked getting taking people's heads.
mm,
And so when he's offered Jamie's head, or excuse me, Duke's head, then yeah, he's thrilled by that.
yeah, there's no money, but there's the head.
There's a head.
Uh, great. I mean, Jamie Foreman is a great actor. He's been in loads of things, and he does sometimes he does play similar characterizations of people like this. But if you're good at it, don't spoil it. Just keep doing it.
Yep.
So, anything else you want to say about Layer Cake?
Um. Yeah. It touched a lot of the coolness of what you know the London Underground really represents.
Hmm.
The the coolness of that drugs culture that was there, and in and around the raves, even
Yeah,
because like there was a lot of that, and then there's like the whole nightclub scene and the VIP table and stuff like that. So like there was a lot of that sort of coolness about that. And I'm glad it never happened to me. I'm glad I never got sort of sucked into with people who are like these guys anyway. Yeah, that's it for me.
Cool. Also, we have to mention as well, great music in this as well.
Another one with good music. Oh my gosh, the music in the movies that we watched this weekend were really cool.
The directors, I don't know if it's down to the directors or the production team who chooses the music, I don't know, but great choices of some tracks.
Yeah,
Good on them. But yeah, so shall we go to Final Sense Go on Layer Cake?
sure.
Up to you.
I will give this I'll give this 8.5 kilos of Coke uh, in a layer cake form. Um,
Welcome to the Layer Cake, son.
Welcome to the layer cake son. Yeah, and out of 10. So that's and I think that it was really great. I like this one. I like the other ones like Snatch and I liked
There's so many movies similar to
Train
the.
Spotting 1 and Train Spotting 2.
If you put British gangster movies, there's so many out there, but
Mm-hmm.
they're all so good.
Yeah.
Um, cool. So you got, was it 8.5?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go 9. 9 hot irons on your chest.
Oh,
Out
good
there.
crazy. That was a crazy death scene. Oh my gosh.
What did he say? The iron was still turned on,
Uh-huh. Left
pressed
on
on,
him, left on him and
boiled,
until it boiled
boiled
his heart. Uh-huh.
Ooh, what a way to go.
Oh, I know.
But yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna do 9 out of 10. I enjoyed it. For me though, there was little niggles here and there, but still an enjoyable movie.
Yeah, no kidding.
So that's our little review of Layer Cake with the
Yeah.
iron on top of the pan. Now that never happened in the movie.
Yeah.
So please, you guys out there, if you've seen it, leave a comment below. Let us know what you thought of Layer Cake. Was it any good? Did you know, or was it a worst movie you ever seen? Leave a comment. Leave a comment below on Twitter, Facebook, Insta, or YouTube. That's where we all are. Um, also, leave a comment saying, I would like to join your super duper group and
Come,
I'd like to
come.
be on your weekly vidcasts. And my name is so and so. Can I join? And I will say, let's check you out first because we don't want any loonies. Because there's only enough for one, and Susan's that. And but yeah, just leave us a message you want to join. 18 plus, please. You need a laptop or a PC, tablet or phone, microphone, camera, and you're in. That's it, simples. And we do these every Sunday night. Well, Sunday night in the UK, Sunday afternoon for Susan over there, over the pond.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, so we talk about anything really. We do 2 casts a week, be it a movie, be it a TV show, audio drama, you name it. It could be from any genre, any decade. Because we don't hang about. We don't stick to one thing. We're all over the place. Be it sci-fi, be it horror, be it romance, comedy, classic black and white. We just like talking geeky stuff.
Oh my
So
gosh, so much.
so much. So yeah, just leave us a message. I think that's it, is it, Susan?
That is.
That is. So until next time, guys. you're going to have your cake and eat it too, I suppose. Yeah, I'm going to have to get that saying in at some point.
Good on you. See you later.
See you later.